Alrighty, boys and girls, how you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. I don't know why I like to say boys and girls because according to YouTube, a girl has never seen this channel, but I'm sure that's not wholly accurate. I'm sure YouTube doesn't get everything right because it's YouTube. But but here on OpenBSD, I'm probably titled this video something like the top 5 things to do after installing OpenBSD, but we're probably going to go through more than that because there are some really nifty things to know after you install and what you want to do. So I've got this website here. I will link it down in the description below. It's a fantastic little article. It's titled OpenBSD on a laptop, and I run a laptop. And this, again, will particularly be useful for laptop users and in a few different ways, but it is also beneficial to know some of this stuff for a desktop user as well. So inside of the article here, if you're unfamiliar with how to install OpenBSD and for some ungodly reason you think their actual installation, like guide slash FAQ slash man documents or man pages, whatever, are just not good enough for you, well, here's this article, and it does go through some different things. Like it does walk you through, full disk encryption, so you can go about that stuff. It goes over walking you through the different in the install process, which again, like, let's be real, if you haven't installed OpenBSD, but you've installed, like, let's say you've installed something like Arch before and you're going to attempt an OpenBSD install and you're a wee bit nervous. Let me go ahead and quell that right now. If you can install Arch Linux, go outside, smoke like 6 blunts, drink like a keg of beer, and come back in, and I guarantee you that messed up, you will still be able to stumble and trip your way through the installer and come out on the other side with a fully functional OpenBSD system. It's really not hard. Now, I will go ahead and say this: don't attempt what I just said to do. Consequences for doing stupid shit like that, I'm not responsible for. All right. Now, if you do it, record that shit. All right. But when you go through here on the website, it will walk you through, setting up networks and everything. But, like, let's be real, as long as you set your network up during the install, this part here is pretty much not useful because, again, if you're going to install OpenBSD, you probably go to their website, and there they have a fantastic installation guide. So essentially, just so you know, after you've installed OpenBSD and everything, when you reboot, it'll actually pull down the firmware that it needs for essentially every Wi-Fi device out there. Your AMD card is probably going to pull down some firmware for that. Again, it can't be packaged with OpenBSD because BS. But configuring your network is super simple. Literally, it is so simple. You essentially just edit a file, etc hostname, and then dot the actual, like, device name. For me, my wireless device is IWX. And so, or IWX0 or whatever, something like that. But you would go, you host etc hostname, and then dot that, and then you would put join in quotes your SSID, and then WPA key, and then your password, and make sure that's above DHCP. All right, just make sure that's there, and then you should be all good to go. Now, the one thing that I will say that is probably something I need to add to my config. I don't even think I did this, but the up power save. As far as I know, that's something, again, more geared towards a laptop, because it's power saving for your network. Don't think that's a problem when it comes to a desktop. But this article here, again, it is absolutely fantastic for those of you who are going to be running a laptop. OpenBSD install because, well, again, a lot of stuff works. And the really key part about OpenBSD, particularly with laptops, he gets to right here, because this is something that, again, as far as I know, it's not part of the actual installation guide, just, thrown up on OpenBSD's site. And now I'm sure this is in the documentation, but it's not part of the actual install guide. But for a laptop, you are going to want to enable some power saving features. And here on OpenBSD, it's super simple. You're just going to use the init system to enable APMD, which is Advanced Power Management. Excuse me, that's Advanced Power Management daemon. And then you're going to set some flags. You're going to set the dash capital A flag, and then you're going to start it. And after you've done that, your power management's good. Again, you'll have to, as far as I know, you're going to, no, you started it, so no, you don't have to reboot, do anything like that. No, I could have just read that and told you that. Now, again, another thing that's going to be I actually haven't noticed like a big performance improvement whatsoever from doing this, but go into your Etsy /login.conf folder, and once you're in here, there's some different stuff that's just check your settings. Don't add I wouldn't advise just adding settings from here because I don't know how old this article is, but just compare these values to the values inside of your file in the staff section. And if any of these are there, but the values are lower, raise them up to what's here. So you have, some more reasonable resource limits, because they are, again, it says it right here. The default resource limits in OpenBSD are extremely conservative. So bump up that stuff, and then you can do a little bit of editing here. Here's the key part that I really think you need to know, because I did not know this. You can greatly improve disk performance by enabling soft updates and the no A time option for all of your local partitions. So what you'll want to do is go into your Etsy FS tab, and you'll see swap should be at the top. I mean, I'm 99% sure for everyone it should be. For me, again, right at the top, I did the auto partitioning shiznit, and that's where it is. So you don't add this stuff to to your swap. Don't do that. That's no bueno. But you can add it to every other partition on, well, your drive. You'll just want to add soft dep and no A time, and you can just add that right after RW. You don't. I'm pretty sure the position, if it's after no dev or no SUID here at the end for these, I don't think it's going to cause a problem. But just you can put it in here exactly the way he's got it. And there is a not doing this. I don't know about performance on the drive, really. I really don't know if it's like just way better, but I will say one thing. Boot time did get not noticeably faster, but I did feel it. Like, I can't tell you it's like at least 10 seconds faster or something ridiculous. Again, I already have NVMe drives, okay? The boot time is not horrible at all, but it was a slight bit faster. I did notice that. Now you can go in here and set some different settings so that you can have your screen lock automatically when you close your lid. I if I'm closing my laptop, it's turning off. Okay, I'm not really big into the suspend and shit. Like, I just turn it off. Like, if I'm done using it, I'm done using it. But then you want to do some setting up for X11. So go into your X session here. You can add some of this. Just if you don't know what you're doing here, you don't need to set this shit, okay? It's fine. It's fine. Your X resources, again, it's a Unix system. So if you want to change some stuff, got your X resources. And again, if you've been using Linux for any period of time, I don't think that's really anything quite too new. But here's one that's really, I say, necessary for you to go ahead and change. Go into your GTK settings and set your font and shit in there, okay? Don't forget to do that. Don't be like me and record videos and stuff without using my fantastic mono fur font for everything. Everything. Um, and then you can go in here and set up your font config if you want. And this section right here, so we're just going to talk about this. Now again, this is supposed to be of top 5 things to do after installing Linux, which I don't even know what number we're on. I don't know. We're not doing a proper video like that, okay? But if you just notice something, fix screen tearing, Intel only. That is the damn truth, bro. That is the damn truth. I do not have any screen tearing on an AMD system with an AMD graphics card. Literally none. It is effing beautiful. So again, only got to mess with that if you're on an Intel. Otherwise, you're all good. Now we're going to skip this display manager here because I ain't, nope, not interested. Now you can go ahead and do some configuring with KSH, but I'm just going to go ahead and be real with you. I don't know if it I don't know if OpenBSD is like it's a sin in the community to just it comes with Bash too. So you can just use Bash. You can just set Bash as your default shell. Which by the way, if you don't know how to do that, let me go ahead and show you. All right, what you're going to do is -s, and then I mean, you don't necessarily have to do it this way, but it works. You can do the $ in, and then in the parentheses, which, and bash. And just close that off, run that, and that will set bash to your default shell. Now you'll have to relog to, have it stay the default shell, but since I've already done that, yeah, it works fine. Again, you can use KSH, but Now, he goes through walking you through setting up VI, which get real. Vim. I mean, like, look, I want to be minimal and shit too, but like, just, I mean, he even says it here. If it had syntax highlighting, it would be my default editor. And that's the thing, bruh, it don't. It don't have syntax highlighting, all right? And that to me is necessary. Necessary. Now, here is the next beautiful part about OpenBSD. You have essentially a terminal-based mail client just out of the get-go. Okay, it's super simple to set up too. Okay, so and he again here is going to walk you through it. You're going to go into this etc/mail/secrets, and you're going to do my relay. I mean, you can. I'm pretty sure you can call it something else, but why bother? Just call it my relay. And then you're going to put in your username and password. Now, for those of you who are Google users, Gmail users in particular, like myself, unfortunately, but that's a whole nother topic. If you want to do this, just so you know, it is super simple. Super simple. Okay, you enter in your password. So before you get to the @Gmail part, all right, take that part, slap it in where it says relay_username, and then you're going to do the colon and relay password instead of using your regular Google password. Because let me just go ahead and tell you this right now: you need authentication for that shit to work. It ain't gonna work. All right. Don't fuck around. Don't spend hours trying to get it to work or any BS like that. I'll give you your answer real simple. You're going to go to Google, okay? As soon as you're at Google, you're going to click on your user icon, whatever, and you're going to go to Manage My Account. As soon as you're there, click on the Security tab at the top, and then scroll down just a wee bit until you get past the history for your security shiznit, and you'll see app passwords. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It might be app password, but I'm pretty sure it's app passwords. Just look for app passwords. You'll see it. Click on it, and then once you're in there, you can they'll have a little drop down menu that you can do. Just click on the drop down menu, and it'll have Gmail, blah blah blah. Click other. Just click other, and then name it something. I named mine. I think it was Gmail on OpenBSD. I think that's what I name. I don't know. You name it some bullshit. It don't matter. It's going to spit you out a password. It's going to be a 4-letter or number password split up into 4 groups. Okay, so that's a 16-letter passwords with spaces in between. Fuck the spaces, copy them, paste that into your terminal, no spaces, no fancy business, nothing like that, just that 16 character password, slap that in here, and you are rocking and rolling. You are almost done setting up your email, which is beautiful, all right? OpenBSD, where it's at, all right? So what you're going to want to do is make sure to lock the permissions on that file so it's not just a willy-nilly. So you'll run these 2 commands here to get them permissions rock solid, and then you're going to edit your SMTPD config file, which is essentially the as far as I know, that's the mail client daemon. But anyway, you're going to edit it, and so this file here, stuff might be shuffled around, or there might be quite a bit more in this conf file for you. There was for me. Don't worry about it. All right. You'll see the lines in here. You'll still see listen on LO. You don't have to change anything. Just look for where you see table aliases, like that line, because that will definitely be in there. Just add table secrets underneath that, and then where you see action local mailbox inbox alias here, again, that will definitely be in your file. You want to add this action relay host underneath that line. There might be another one that's like an outbound relay or something like that. Don't mess with it, all right? You don't have to change it. You don't have to comment it out, do anything crazy like that, all right? Just add this line below local here and replace, instead of, like you're going to do my relay at mail.gmail.com, and then do the 50587 auth and then pass in the secrets. And you are good to go. Literally just like that, good to go. Well, I mean, there is one more step. You need to restart your mail daemon. Obviously, it needs to reload all the new configs that you just changed. And then you can do a simple test command here, just mail-s, type out a little subject line, and then the email that you want to send it to, type your message, and then when you go down to a new line, I'm trying to remember what you press. I can't remember the key binding now that I'm thinking about it, but you can obviously just open up a terminal and do man mail. And if we were to go down in here, I'm pretty sure it's in here. Sending mail. Here we go. So Control D. All right. So yeah. So type out your message and everything, go to, like, press enter, go to a new line, and then press Control D, and that will end it off and shoot it out. And you are all good to go. You have a mail client set up. It's just beautiful. And as soon as you've done that bit, we'll pop on over to the OpenBSD website and go down into their FAQ here, because after you've done that, just be a good human, okay? Help support the devs, knowing what hardware people are using and everything. Like, essentially, if you want to ensure that your hardware has the best support down the line, do this simple thing here, okay? You're going to go in, don't bother with the hashtag there, okay? You're just going to do the parentheses, demessage, copy this exactly, hit the slash, hit enter. Again, I'm spelling this all out for people who are completely new to Unix systems and Linux and OpenBSD just in general. Okay, after you've typed out that last slash there, press enter, and it'll give you like a little command. All right, and you're just going to type out that command there, except replace the Sony Vio whatever with your specific hardware, and give it, comma, a little thing, like, I mean, a little added thing there. If something that was, you know, you thought you were going to have a problem with, but you didn't, some stuff works, give a brief description of what works, or if there's something that's, a problem, put it in there, and then shoot that off to dmessage at openbsd.org. Just do it. Okay? Just do it. It will help the devs over at OpenBSD. Now, we've gone through here. Essentially, the rest of this is more of just learning like your options and how stuff works and everything. The one thing that I will go ahead and say that is really, really nice for laptops is here, if you want to check your battery, you're not like if I vim into my dot scripts and my DWM status, you can see for checking my charge and battery here, like I'm catting out these files and everything to get it. Here it's just it's a 3-letter program. APM, it spits out your battery state, the information, all the shit you want to know. All right, it's all there. I really like that. But the last thing that I will go ahead and say, if you've just done a fresh install, I don't know how exactly necessary it is to run a syspatch command. I did it. It looked like it updated some stuff. It looked like it had to do some things. I don't know. It could have just done I have no idea. But go ahead and run this just in case. Do a syspatch. You're going to have to run it as administrator. So do as syspatch, and y'all good. Y'all good. After that, essentially on this list, you're done. Okay. Now I'm going to link to this down in the description just in case anything that's on this page is just really nifty and you definitely want to have it for later. It'll be there. Here's the thing though. My last and final thing to tell you, if you're going to be installing OpenBSD or you have just installed OpenBSD, please don't take this the wrong way because I am guilty of this as well. So this is just as much to you as it is to me, okay? If you have just installed OpenBSD, learn how to fucking read, okay? Learn to read. There are amazing man page like dude, if you need to know anything about how a program works, how the documentation in OpenBSD on their software and the system itself is absolutely absurdly amazing. Okay, it is fantastic. Here's the problem: the severe lack of people out there who still today don't know how to read. Okay, or excuse me, who do know how to read. There's a severe lack of those people. All right, we have way too much of an abundance of people who will not either learn how to read or will not just read for some reason. Okay, I'm guilty of this. I'm guilty of searching for questions and stuff like that about a particular program because let's be honest, sometimes it's a little bit required to pop into a Reddit thread to figure out a specific issue you're having. That's not a thing here, okay? You don't need it, all right? The documentation is superb. If you already know what your question is about a program, go to the documentation. If you already know the program that is, you know, going to do the task you want to do, but you're not sure how to use the program to fulfill that task, read the man pages. They're so well documented, and people have spent so much time to get them where they are. Do not disrespect the hard work and time people have put into those man pages. Dude, they are good. They are fantastic. And here's the thing. If you have a question about OpenBSD and you don't know what program you're going to need to do the task or anything, I would honestly tell you to refrain a lot of the times from Googling because, I mean, yes, this is a nice article here that does have a lot of stuff condensed all into one page for specifically laptop users, but everything that's here, and I mean literally everything, is available on the FAQ and the OpenBSD site. It probably in the FAQ. Like, let's be honest, the wealth of knowledge that's on the OpenBSD site is their FAQ. The FAQ is very, very good. But that being said, apparently people will just continue to not read, which again, you do you, boo. All right. If you refuse to read and you don't and you have a bad time with OpenBSD, I gotta be honest, if it's not directly related to OpenBSD just not detecting your hardware, because like if OpenBSD can detect your hardware, I don't know that you can convince me that you'll have a problem. Like, especially here on 6.9. I tried it back in 6.8, and there was still a few issues with graphics, AMD stuff. But let's be honest, hardware was even newer at that point, and here everything. I mean, everything just works. And this laptop still gives me shit on fucking Linux. All right, I can have PyCom running on this thing. I can literally have PyCom running on this thing and still get screen tearing on Linux. Here, no PyCom, no screen tearing. Audio works out of the gate. Recording, webcam, all that shit, video editing works. It just, damn it, it just works. Okay. The only issue is that I have to record a different way, which again, the video I did on that should already be up. This should probably not come out till tomorrow at the time of recording this, but anyway, yeah, OpenBSD, absolutely fantastic. These are some of the things that you'll want to do after installing OpenBSD, particularly most of it relating to laptops, okay? And yeah, I think that's about it for this video. I really hope you enjoyed me ranting, but also hopefully sharing some knowledge. Definitely just stealing from someone else's article here. But again, link down in the description if you want to copy any of this, you want to look at it yourself, you want to, I don't know, maybe you want to dive into the CWM window manager, whatever. Here you go. Maybe you got an Intel card and you want to fix your screen tearing. Here it is. Okay. Hopefully that helps. Don't forget to learn to read, okay? Because even though people are starting to make more content about OpenBSD in video format on places like YouTube and Odyssey, um, you're you're better off instead of trying to find a video like a video of how to install Arch Linux on UFI software, learn how to fucking read, okay? Learn how to read. The documentation will walk you through it. If you have trouble understanding the documentation, slow down. Okay, just slow down and take your. I've had to do that multiple times in reading documentation. Okay, it's not that it's poorly written whatsoever. It's fantastic. It's just if you get lost, hold up, stop, don't get frustrated. Take it back a few steps. Okay, chill. Maybe I don't know. Drink a cup of coffee. No, just take a sip and relax. It's okay. You'll understand it. It's just it's new. It might take a few times of reading and understanding, but just learn how to fucking read, people, okay? Because I'm actually upsetty spaghetti at how I literally went out today and was talking with somebody who I met at the place that I went, and they apparently was a Linux user, and we had a nice little discussion about him and OpenBSD, and well, not OpenBSD, it was actually FreeBSD, but that's besides the point. Yeah, he there literally wasn't enough YouTube tutorial videos for him, so I'm gonna try and fix that for the people who don't want to read. But look, learn to read if you want to use OpenBSD. That's not some elitist shit. It's just learn how to read. It's a nice fucking trait to have as a human being. You know, being able to read, it opens up a lot of doors for you, all right? So learn how to read and enjoy your potential new OpenBSD install. And if you are now on OpenBSD, tell me how your experience has been. Tell me how you're liking it, and let me know what you thought of the video. Let me know if I pissed you off. Hit that dislike button if I did. If I didn't, hit that like button or fire follow if you're over on Odyssey, or fire slime, and then also follow and subscribe, on both platforms. Why not just yeet it? And yeah, so links will be down in the description, as well as my dope ass Patreon. Okay, go over there, become part of the crew that supports me, because well, it's much appreciated. And Matt needs some company over there on my Patreon. All right, okay, I'll see you. Peace.